Wild blueberry harvesting has been carried on commercially in eastern Canada for 10 years now and is already big business. In 1986, in Nova Scotia alone, the industry employed 6,000 pickers and 20 million pounds of berries were harvested. In northern Saskatchewan, although native berries such as low bush blueberries and dry ground cranberries grow in abundance, harvesting on a commercial scale began only 2 years ago. In 1986, 230 people were employed during the harvest, and over 8,000 pounds of berries were picked. Berries are an appropriate crop for harvesting in the north. They grow naturally across the region, and berry picking is a traditional pursuit of northern families. It fits in well with other seasonal occupations, such as trapping, commercial fishing, and guiding. The blueberries and cranberries found in Saskatchewan are different from the eastern species, and harvesting and cleaning equipment is being developed specially for the plants and conditions found in northern Saskatchewan. Rakes are used for picking the berries. For harvesting cultivated berries, rakes may be 12 inches wide, but with wild berries, a rake 4 inches wide is easier to maneuver amongst the vegetation. The rakes have baffles inside them to prevent the berries from rolling out as the picking continues. About 50 pounds of berries may be picked in a day with these rakes. However, much debris, such as leaves and twigs, is picked up in the rakes, and in a commercial operation, a mechanical cleaner is required to separate the berries from the trash. Harvey Jesdal, a resident of Birch Hill, Saskatchewan, has adapted the Eastern berry cleaner to the needs of northern Saskatchewan. Working on the same principle as a grain cleaner, the berry cleaner has a small electric motor which vibrates 2 screens to separate the debris from the berries. A fan blows away any remaining leaves or twigs.
In 1986, Harvey Jesdal developed this blueberry cleaner for cleaning berries. So far we've used it for blueberries and cranberries. Although it's a small machine and only weighs 64 pounds, it's easy to carry around. It has quite a capacity. You can clean about 500 pounds of berries in one day. It's quite easy to carry around with you and throw in the back of the half-ton, and so that's the advantage of this size of a cleaner. This is the loading box that you pour the berries into. Here's the chute. The berries will come, fall underneath, and fall through the top sieve or screen. The debris that is on top will fall into this trough and fall into a pail on the side. The good berries and small debris will fall through the screen. From here they'll hit the second screen. Good berries will move forward and fall over the front into a pail below. The light debris that is with the berries will be hit by a blast of air through this double opening and be blown about 2 or 3 feet forward and be separated from the berries. Small and light debris will fall through the second screen and be caught by the second trough and fall into a pail on the side. This cleaner is run by a 3rd horsepower motor. This motor drives the fan. Here's the fan. The fan blows the air through the duct and out through the front. The purpose of this blast of air is to separate the good berries falling down into a pail from the debris. At the same time, this motor causes the cleaner to vibrate, which separates the berries from the debris on the sieves.
The cleaner may be set up at any central location near the picking area, where an electrical plug-in is available. "10 pounds of berries may be put into the loading box at one time. The chute is then opened carefully so that the berries flow through slowly and do not plug the screens. Debris too large to fall through the holes in the top screen is shaken to the front, enters a trough, and falls into a collecting box. This debris consists of leaves, twigs, and cones, and berries which are too large. When harvesting blueberries, there are usually more leaves mixed in with the berries than there are with cranberries. Good berries and small debris fall through onto the second screen. The small debris then falls through this screen onto the bottom of the cleaner and shakes down into a trough and out into another collecting box. This debris includes very small or wrinkled berries, very small leaves, pine needles, and dirt. The good berries stay on the screen, shake to the front, and fall from the front into a third collecting bin. As the berries fall, the fan blows away any light debris still mixed with them. The force of the air coming out may be regulated by an adjustable valve. Different screen sizes are needed for different conditions. A top screen with 7/16 of an inch holes will allow most good-sized blueberries to fall through, while large debris is held back. Most cranberries, however, are bigger than blueberries, and a 15/32 of an inch screen is needed for them to fall through. The lower screen has slotted holes 3/4 of an inch long and 3/16 to 1/4 of an inch wide. With blueberries, it is important that small green berries and old wrinkled berries fall through into the debris. As the season goes on, the green berries get larger and larger holes are required to allow them to fall through. If, on the other hand, good berries are falling through into the trash, a bottom screen with smaller holes must be used. A combination of screens must be tried to find out which best will take out the debris and leave the good berries behind. 3 places where friction occurs in the cleaner should be oiled regularly.
The places to oil are down here, where there's friction, and here, and right here. There's an oiling hole on top.
The mechanical cleaner should be cleaned out as often as debris piles up inside. If much debris is mixed with the berries, this may be as often as once an hour.
About every 3 or 4 boxfuls, you should clean out the cleaner. Okay, now the way you do it, you take off the loading box first. There's wing nuts on each side. So you unscrew the wing nuts. Tip the box out and put it to the side. Then you take out each screen and wipe it off. Okay, then you clean off the bottom screen. And the bottom screen usually still has a lot of debris on it. So I take the waste box, take away the box of good berries, take the waste box and wipe the debris into the waste box. You can really see all the small berries that are stuck in it. The cleaner these are kept, the easier it is to do the work and have clean berries in the end. If these are left dirty, then a lot of small berries will go through into your good berries. The debris that fell through the small screen, it's important to keep this clean because it can clog up. And just push it through. Okay. Now it's ready to go. Once the screens are cleaned out properly, you put them back in, and they have a right side up and a wrong side up. The right side up has the plate to the top, this plate. Okay, so you always put it in, this plate to the top, fit it in the two wooden grooves, groove here and the groove here. Slide it in. It has directions this side up. And this is the lower screen with the smaller slats. The top of the screen has the metal sitting to the top. Find the two wooden grooves, fit it in, and push it in all the way. And you put the washer on and the wing nut, tighten it up, and you're ready to go. Then the last thing to put on is the loading box. And just make sure that the loading box is inside the washer and the wing nut on each side. And just tighten it up. Make sure the box is laying on the cleaner evenly. And that's the last step. You're ready for the next bunch of berries.
With a cleaning capacity of about 60 pounds of berries an hour, this small machine is capable of keeping pace with up to 12 pickers harvesting with rakes.
Berry cleaning's a lot faster with this cleaner. And with the rakes and the cleaner, you can start looking at berry harvesting as a small business.